Hi, my name is Drexel Brooks. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This assignment is for week two's the DAW. Today I will be teaching how to add a software instrument and record MIDI and quantize in a DAW. So let's get started. Alright, the DAW that you see on the screen right now is Persona's Studio One 2 Professional, version 2.6.2. It is basically one of the newest DAWs on the market. It's been out for a few years, and it's considered by most to have one of the best workflows, and it's actually easy to use. So it's great for a person that's just starting out, and it also has the capabilities that will make it very, very useful for a seasoned veteran. All right, so we're going to get to the lesson. So first, what we want to do is we need to first set up our MIDI track, set up our instrument to be recorded to MIDI. All right. So in most DAWs, what you have to do is you have to create a track, and then you have to select the instrument that you're going to use to record MIDI data with. All right, but not in Studio One. With Studio One is actually easier to do this. All you have to do is first, what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to our browser. All right. The virtual instrument that will be used today is Waves Element. So all we have to do to create our track is drag this instrument right here and drag it and drop it, and it creates its own track. All right. So when you usually create a track, we still have to set it up. All right. So I want to show y'all a few things that's on this track that helps us set it up. The first thing, if you look in this slot right here, this is the virtual instrument that we're using, which is Waves Element. Right here, this is the device that we will use to input the MIDI data, which is the Axiom Pro 61 keyboard. All right. Next, we have to set our track up for recording. So we have to click on this dot, and this blue thing right here that looks like a speaker is basically allowing us to monitor the audio that comes through the interface as we play each MIDI note. All right. So we still have a few more things to set up before we record. All right. The next thing that we have to do is we have to set our tempo. So 142 is pretty fast. So what we want to do is we want to set it down to, for this example, 90. All right. Next, we have to set up our metronome, which I'm turning on our metronome right now. And now what I want to do is set up a pre-count. This pre-count will allow me to have a count in before I start recording. This gives me time to get ready for the performance. All right? So before I do anything, what I want to do is I want to just make sure that everything is set up the way that it is supposed to be set up. All right? So right now, I know I have my virtual instrument. By playing my keys, I can hear my virtual instrument. So right now, I don't need to see the GUI of my virtual instrument until I want to do some editing after I finish recording. So I'm going to close it. All right. So right now, I just want to get used to my tempo. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to play it. All right. So now I know, all right, this is what I want to play. All right. So now what I have to do is I have to get ready to record. All right. I'm going to make this a little bigger so y'all can see exactly what's going on. This is not, me doing a track. This is more of me using this as an example to basically show how to record MIDI into a DAW. So what we're going to do now, we're about to get ready for our performance. So what we're going to do is we're going to press right here and we're going to have our count in. So here it goes. We're going to press record. All right. So we have recorded our MIDI data, and you can actually see what we recorded in. All right. What we recorded into the DAW. So now what we're going to do is it's time to edit this, because as you can see, once I go into the piano roll, you can see that I had in some parts, I was off. All right. So what I'm gonna do first, I need to do a little editing. So for one of the things that I see is at the end with aftertouch, the note basically entered another note. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete that. All right. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this smaller because now that I did that part, I need to quantize this. All right. So what I'm about to do now is I'm going to select this region right here. All right. And I'm going to open up my quantize panel in Studio One by clicking on the Q, which stands for quantize. All right. You can see that I want to quantize it to 1/16 because I want to put it on the grid at 1/16. So what I'm going to do right now, I have my quantize at full strength at 100%. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and press apply. And now the notes have been put directly on the grid. Also, I see where some of the volume could have been better because I want this to play at full strength. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here, highlight all these. All right. And now I'm about to go on. And now I made them all full strength. I also want to fix some of these notes because I want it, although, you know, it's sometimes great to have a humanized performance. I actually don't want these to be humanized, so I'm actually going to shorten some of them to put them more on the grid just for this example. All right, we almost finished. All right, do this one and this one. All right, also what we're going to do up here, we're going to shorten up our region so we can get a direct, a direct loop of this, which we could do it for full measure. So I'm going to set my loop just so we could hear it constantly looping. All right, and now we're going to play it. And I'm leaving the metronome on so you can hear that it's on the grid. Now I'm taking the metronome off. All right. As you can see that with this example that I showed you how to create a track using a virtual instrument. Also how to set up the track. Also how to record the track by setting up the metronome and also arming the track. And I also took you into the piano roll and we edited some of the notes. We also adjusted the velocity and we also did the quantizing. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this assignment. I tried to do my best by using video to basically give a visual idea of what it takes to record MIDI into a DAW. I want to thank all my peers that are going to review this assignment. And I thank y'all once again for tuning in. My name is Drexel Brooks. And I'll see y'all on next week's assignment.